Elvin Jones. If I talk about a language of the drums, then it must be that while everyone else was speaking bebop English, you were busy creating a new sort of drumming Esperanto. Only your language endured and influenced the rest of the world with far greater import than that other post-war linguistic dream. The only way to possibly try to describe what you do is, I guess, to put one of your recordings on the stereo. Or better yet, watch you attack the drums with every ounce of your sweat and being. And as so often happens when we see and hear you play, it's back to the drawing board for the rest of us, ever so grateful and perennial students of the instrument. Truth is, I can't really describe what you do on the drums. One can look at the history of drumming styles and trace the evolution of drumming as jazz came up the river from New Orleans, and so on. But where did Elvin's drumming language come from? His is much more of a revolutionary than evolutionary advent. The fascinating thing about Elvin's drumming, in addition to the selfless energy he has given to every bit of music he's played, is that Elvin brought drumming full circle back to its African roots. This is my one theory, anyway. Elvin has explained that the inspiration for his use of the 18-inch bass drum was that it was the only size bass drum which could fit in the trunk of the car he was traveling in. Elvin's gift for the practical was also evident when he answered the following question at a drum clinic in New York a few years back. Mr. Jones, how can I improve my reading? His response, get a light for your music stand. Anyway, to my ears, by his use of a bass drum which was tuned more in the range of the tom-toms as opposed to the larger boom, 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 reminiscent of swing or marching bass drums, coupled with the use of his trademark polyrhythmic statements on the drum set, Elvin became the African drum choir incarnate. All the while, his ride cymbal playing held it all together. Einstein couldn't describe the concept of time nearly as well as Elvin has done. You're going to like this. Relative to all things, then, E, which tonight stands for Elvin, equals time, nothing square about it, multiplied by passion and love. He continues to play and innovate and challenge and lead us to this day. Lucky me. Years ago, when I asked my parents to get me a record by some new band called the Beatles, my father brought home a Love Supreme instead. And I can honestly say that the only drummer whose playing has moved me to tears is Elvin Jones. And like so many others, every time I sit down and play the drums, I think of one particular person. And for me, that person is Elvin.